Hello everybody. Welcome to the 10th video of the distance learning program. I hope everybody's happy and healthy, and thank you for tuning in. Today's lesson is going to begin with pronunciation. So if you can open up your Oxford Picture Dictionary to page 62, we're going to begin with household problems and repairs. So please open your books to page 62. I'm going to read the words and phrases, so please follow along after me and repeat the words and phrases. Household problems and repairs. The water heater is not working. The power is out. The roof is leaking. The tile is cracked. The window is broken. The lock is broken. The steps are broken. Roofer. Electrician. Repair person. Locksmith. Carpenter. Fuse box. Gas meter. More vocabulary. Fix. To repair something that is broken. Pests. Termites, fleas, rats, and etc. is etc., which means and more things. Exterminate. To kill household pests. Pair practice. Make new conversations. The faucet is leaking. Let's call the plumber. He can fix it. On the next page, page 63, number 15 says, the furnace is broken. The pipes are frozen. The faucet is dripping. The sink is overflowing. The toilet is stopped up. Plumber. Exterminator. Termites. Ants. Bed bugs. Fleas. Cockroaches / roaches. Rats. Mice. And you can see the asterisk after mice. That means to take a look at the note below. And it says note, one mouse, so the singular is mouse, and it says two mice. So mice is plural, more than one. Ways to ask about repairs. How much will this repair cost? When can you begin? How long will the repair take? Role play. Talk to a repair person. Can you fix the roof? Yes, but it will take 2 weeks. How much will the repair cost? Okay, that ends the pronunciation part of the lesson. Next, we're going to go to the Ventures3 book and begin Unit 4. So please turn to page 44 in the Ventures3 book. Page 44, which is the beginning of Unit 4. I'm going to take a quick break and write something on the board. Okay, I've written the focus of the next part of the lesson on the board. It says healthy habits and routines. Healthy habits and routines. Now, you might think about the word healthy. Healthy means anything that's good for your body. Anything good for your body. And what are habits and routines? Habits and routines. Well, habits and routines are things that you do usually without thinking, and you do them frequently. So things that you do often and without thinking are habits or routines. What are some healthy habits and routines that you have? Some of you might say exercising. That's good for your body, and many of you might exercise often. Another healthy habit or routine would be cooking. If you cook nutritious food for you and your family, that's better than going out to eat fast food. So that's a healthy habit. So eating healthy foods could also be another habit that you often do. If we think about foods that are healthy for us, usually we want to look at the food pyramid, and those are the 7 or 8 different areas of foods that are very nutritious for our bodies. Just to give you some examples, one section of the healthy food pyramid is milk, yogurt, and cheese, dairy products. Another one is meat, fish, poultry. Poultry is birds like chicken or duck. Okay? Beans, eggs, and nuts. Then next is vegetables. It's always good to eat plenty of vegetables. Another area of the food guide pyramid would be fruit. Fruit. A final area that I'm going to talk about, those are the cereals like bread, cereal, rice, and pasta. Now, sometimes people might say, don't eat too much of the bread or the starches because that's a good way to gain some weight. Now, what I'd like for you to do is to turn to Unit 4A on page 44 and take a look at the pictures on page 44. If you'll look at the top, it says Unit 4, Health. Listening. Then, before we begin, look at these 3 questions. It says, what do you see? What is happening? And what's the story? So let's answer the first question by looking at the different pictures and explaining what we see. Picture number 1. Well, it says Stanley right there. So his name is Stanley, and it doesn't look like he's very happy. What's he wearing? He's wearing glasses. He's wearing a tie around his neck. He has a watch on his left wrist. And he's wearing a button-down shirt with some pants, a long-sleeve shirt and pants. If you look back here behind him, it looks like he might be in a doctor's office because this looks like a picture of the human body. And you can see the lungs, you can see the esophagus. The esophagus is when your food is swallowed, it goes down the esophagus to your stomach. So behind him is a picture of the human body, so that might mean that he's at a doctor's office. Picture number 2. You can see that this looks like a medical assistant, and it looks like she's taking his blood pressure because he has a blood pressure cuff on his arm, and it looks like she's about ready to read his blood pressure. And over here, you can also see 2 other pictures of 2 other people. That's the human body also. Now in picture 3, this looks like a doctor because he's wearing a white jacket and doctors often wear white jackets. And he also has a stethoscope around his neck. That's called a stethoscope. It's what doctors use to listen to your heart. They can also put it on your chest and listen to your breathing. What's on his desk? We can see there's a laptop. We can see his glasses. We see a device that he uses to check your ears. And he also has a pen and a notepad. Picture 4. That shows probably that Stanley's feet, and it shows that the scale that he's standing on, which is used to measure your weight, it doesn't look very happy. The scale is frowning. When you're happy, you smile, and when you're sad, you frown. So the scale is not very happy with Stanley's weight. It appears that Stanley might need to go on a diet. He might need to lose a few pounds because you would say he's overweight or he's a little heavy. And if you look down here at the bottom of the picture, in the bottom right corner, there's a nice juicy hamburger. And it has all the toppings on it. It has cheese and bacon, maybe some onion rings. It's got lettuce, onions, and it's huge. So that does not mean that Stanley is eating a very good diet, because you see French fries right here too. French fries and hamburgers are not considered healthy foods. So maybe that's one of the reasons why Stanley is a little bit heavy. He's been eating unhealthy food. Now, I'd like you to turn to the back of the book, and I'm going to read the conversation between the doctor and Stanley. So, we'll start with the doctor saying, "Hello, Stanley. I haven't seen you for some time. How have you been?" "Busy. I've been working really hard." "I see. So what brings you here today?" "Well, you know, I've always been healthy, but I've been really tired lately." "Uh-huh. Well, let's take a look at your chart." "Ah, I see you've gained 20 pounds since last year." "Yeah, I used to exercise a lot, but now I just work. Work, eat, and sleep." "Well, you know, gaining weight can make you feel tired, Stanley. You need to start exercising again. Can you try walking for 30 minutes a day? Or 30 minutes each day?" "I don't have time. I'm working a lot these days. Sometimes 10, even 12 hours a day." "Well, then can you walk or ride a bicycle to work? And at work, don't use the elevator. Take the stairs." "Well, I guess I can try." "Good. Now, let's see. You also have high blood pressure. Tell me about your diet. What have you eaten since yesterday?" "Well, last night I had a hamburger with fries and a soft drink." "Fat, salt, and sugar. They're all bad for your blood pressure, Stanley. What about today?" "I haven't eaten anything today." "No breakfast? Well, of course you feel tired. You need to change your diet, Stanley. Eat more fish and more vegetables. Give up fast food. That means try not to eat fast food. Give it up. No hamburgers. No fries. They're really bad for your health." "That's really hard. I'm so busy right now. I don't have time to..." And then the doctor interrupts. He says, "Listen, Stanley, you're 40 years old. Do you want to have a heart attack? This is my advice. You need to make real changes, or you'll need to start taking pills and all kinds of medication." Okay, I'll try. So I hope you were able to follow along in the back of the book. Now we're going to turn to page 45 and see if you can answer some of these questions about the conversation. Who were the speakers? Well, the speakers were the doctor and Stanley. And what are they talking about? Well, I would say that Stanley has been feeling tired lately, and he went to the doctor to try to find out why. And the doctor tells him that he needs to change his diet and he needs to start exercising more. Part B says, put a check next to the doctor's advice. I'm going to tell you the ones that are checked so that you'll be able to go back and read through the story and you'll be able to find that they're part of the doctor's advice. So please check, take a walk every day, because that's what the doctor said. He didn't say anything about sleeping more, so don't check the first one, but the number 2 box is checked already by your book. He also recommended to ride a bicycle, so check that one. Take the elevator at work. He suggested that. Then he said, try not to eat hamburgers, so don't check 5, because he did not suggest that Stanley eat hamburgers. He did suggest for him to eat breakfast, so check number 6. And he also suggested to eat fish, so check number 7. But he tried to explain that Stanley needed to change his diet and to get more exercise, and he warned him that if he didn't do those things, he would need to take medication. But he didn't suggest that he take medication yet. So don't check number 8. Now, finally, in part 3, we want to read the words in the gray box where it says, after you listen. So I'm going to read the words to you, and please repeat them after me. Advice, diet, exercise, health, healthy, medication, pressure, tired, and weight. Now, if you look at those words, health is a noun and healthy is an adjective. Now we're going to fill in the words into the correct blanks. So I'm going to read the paragraph and I'm going to put the correct words in the blanks for you, okay? Stanley is at the doctor's office. His health has always been good, but he has been really tired lately. The doctor looks at Stanley's chart. He sees a couple of problems. One problem is Stanley's weight. He has gained 20 pounds. Another problem is his blood pressure. The doctor tells him he needs regular exercise. For example, walking or riding a bike. He also tells Stanley to change his diet, to eat more fish and vegetables. If Stanley doesn't do these things, he will need to take pills and other medication. Stanley wants to be healthy, so he is going to try to follow the doctor's advice. So the words that go in the blank is tired, number 2, weight for 3, pressure 4, exercise 5, diet 6, medication 7, healthy 8, and advice 9. So thank you very much for listening to this video. I hope that you'll tune in for the next one, and have a great day. Bye-bye.